Hi, everyone. Welcome to class 29, and I hope that you're having a lovely time through the holidays. But we want to give you some tips to help you through. So let's just go through this. Okay, so this is obviously a virtual class. We don't want you here on Christmas Eve. We want you with your family. So I'm going to talk about the handouts that we have and the holiday tips. So our handouts are the holiday tips, Brussels sprouts with turkey bacon, and that was given to us by a participant, Angela Dingle, and these are a couple of things from her family that were really great. And I looked at them, oh, those sound really yummy. Also, the Brussels sprouts and the roasted sliced beets are two of her family recipes that I thought were really terrific. Um, People also asked us for desserts, so we gave you a bunch of them. Chocolate chip cookies, these are made with no cholesterol. The gotta have them ginger snaps are actually, you do have oil in them, but they actually are not too bad for being a cookie. The date nut cranberry balls and the nutty cocoa nibbles are both raw, but I wanted also to have fun with kids in the kitchen, and the kids can grab this and they can turn them into little balls and you can roll them through stuff and they're really fun. And then someone asked me to get them a fruit cake recipe, so you got a fruit cake recipe. I just wanted to give you the tips for the ginger snaps. Use peeled ginger root and taste the dough. Dough should be very gingery because it will cut down about 25% during baking. And you want to take them off the pan very quickly if you want to have the snap crunch of the cookie, which is really wonderful if you're dipping them in tea or coffee or hot chocolate or something. But anyway, if you want them to be a little bit, if you want them to be a little bit softer, take them off quickly. If you want them to be a little bit more crispy, leave them on the pan for about 2 minutes and they will become crispy. The longer you leave them on the pan, generally the crispier they will become. Successes and challenges. So we talked about inflammation in our last meeting, and one of the agenda items for your action was to notice the foods that you are eating, whether they're increasing or decreasing inflammation in your body. And if they are decreasing, then you're probably helping yourself stay on track. And what we want you to do is to just maintain your weight. If you could lose weight, that's great, but everybody knows it's really hard to do through the holidays. So get out and be active. I'm going to show you all these tips uh, that a number of us have used through different programs and different studies, and we put them together, and this is a collaboration of them. So here they go. Top tips for a healthy holiday. Become active as a family. That's what's really fun. And do group activity, walking, taking a yoga class. Actually, I'm going to do that one. When I saw that, I thought, oh, that's a good idea. Weight training, if you have a friend or a spouse and maybe you take a weight training class together just to kind of get yourself on track and to keep yourself on track. And Zumba classes, generally people have a lot of fun in Zumba classes, so you could do something like that together. Physical activity brings down your stress, and we all need to bring down our stress during this holiday season. So, this is also family time, so this is why we want you to do things as a family or as a group of friends. Get plenty of sleep. This is one of the things. Sleep deprivation is so common during the holidays. We all remember, wrapping presents until the middle of the night, or cooking something until the middle of the night, or getting up in the middle of the night to do something. Not getting enough sleep can cause weight gain. It tends to make you hungrier because it's later and your body kind of goes, oh, I need some more calories, and you really don't. You consume more calories simply because your body is stressed and it thinks you need more to keep going. And it will also um, your it decreases your physical activity. So that's the other thing that happens is most people are like, oh, when I finally get to sleep, I don't really feel motivated to do anything. So really just focus on sleep. Nowhere to go. Okay, so you're going out with your friends and you're out shopping or you're whatever you're doing and everybody's hungry. It really helps if you can plan on a place to go. If you know in advance, you can call them and If it's a place, oh, everybody, we always go there. You can call them and say, hi, I'm wondering what do you have that I could order? Or sometimes if you actually talk to a chef, if it's a more upscale type of place, the chef will really help you out. So pick, just pick where you're going to go. If people say, oh, I don't know where we want to go, have a place in mind that'll be nearby that you know where you're going to go. An easy thing to do is get all sauces on the sides, all dressings on the sides. I think pretty much everybody knows how to do that. You could also just take a snack with you. I have gone into places that everything had cheese on it. Everything had cheese on it. And I'm lactose intolerant, so I just actually didn't know where we were going to go because this was a new city for me. And I was going with friends of friends, so I didn't want to be rude. So I just said, "Yeah, okay, let's go." And I got a cup of tea and had a lovely time chatting with them, and they were all eating, and I took a snack, and I really wasn't that hungry. Look at the side dishes or what comes with the main course. A lot of times you will see that they will have vegetables on the side, like some, fried something will come with a side of yeah, some vegetable dish. So a lot of times you can have the beans that come with things, or I've seen artichokes. I've had artichokes with stuff. Some salads have had nuts on them that I didn't really like what was in the salad itself. So I look at the ingredients and then I think, oh, okay, well, they have this and this and this in the kitchen, and they probably could put that together for me, and nobody ever thought about it. So that's one of the things that you can do. You can just say, oh, I'd really like to have this, and you just got to make sure that it's in the kitchen. If you come in on our next meeting, which is on January 7th, we're going to talk all about that, January 7th and January 9th. Okay, help yourself, help the host. Call the host before an event. I have done this a number of times. um, Bring a dish and bring enough for everyone because every time there's a really healthy new food, everybody wants to try it. And a lot of people actually do want to eat healthier when they go out and they're out of friends. But a lot of times people just bring, they just bring all this cookie stuff, and people really do want to eat something a little bit healthier. And trust me, your dish usually is gone before you can get to it. Eat beforehand. If you're going to go out someplace and you're not sure, or you're pretty sure that there's nothing for you to have there, or it's going to be difficult, you're going to have to ask 15,000 questions, then eat beforehand. Because whenever you're hungry, you're going to eat whatever served. And that's when you're going to be having, lots of fried foods and stuff like that. So if you eat beforehand, it lets you choose the foods that support you. And it will also smooth over cravings because you'll get in and you'll look at it and you go, oh, okay, you know what? I'm going to order the salad here because everything else I know is just going to be, really high in calories and fat, and I'm just not going to do well on it. Have the raw vegetables or a salad first. We all remember volumetrics, and grabbing some raw veggie thing from the crudité plate, and the fiber in your stomach will really, that'll help your stomach out. So have a nice salad first. And I have even just ordered an appetizer. Like I've ordered the salad and eaten a big salad and just said, well, yeah, when everybody else's food comes out, can you just bring this little appetizer? And that will be the warm part of my dinner. Then you can also do, if you're at some event, is tasting bites. A lot of times you go to places and they're just, everything just looks fabulous. So take a fork or a teaspoonful of these foods. One of our participants was saying that there are foods that she only has at this time of year, and she didn't really want to miss out on being able to have them. So get a tasting bite so that you don't feel deprived. The other thing is that, okay, so you get a tasting bite, and then maybe you can have one more tasting bite of something that you really love. And also take a small portion home so that you can have it the next day. A lot of times it's not the food, it's the portion size that really makes it an issue. So feel like I am going to be able to have this, and I'm going to take just a couple of tablespoons home with me. So I'm going to have that tomorrow, and I'm not going to feel deprived. No one is watching your plate. People are mainly concerned with their own plates. And if someone does ask why your plate isn't full, you can say, oh, really? Oh, that thing that you're having, that looks really good. I'm going to try that a little later. And you can also say, well, my doctor basically told me that to be on this diet, and it's really working for me. I apologize that the uh, uh, font is so light. It looks different when it's in PowerPoint, and this just brought it up at a different, just brought the color up way higher than it was in the PowerPoint. Drink up with style. Okay, so you're going to go places. Some of you do alcohol, some of you don't. Some of you will do liquid calories that come in, that super latte, mocha, whatever that is. So to avoid those kind of things, or heavy duty punches and juices and stuff like that, keep a glass of plain or sparkling water with a slice of lemon or lime glued to your hand. People will not ask you, please, you can add an umbrella or toothpick or something fancy, which is kind of fun. Because as a host, I always am looking at people who don't have anything to eat or drink, and I always say, "Oh, can I get you something?" And then you have to kind of overcome this thing. So you can just say, "No, fine, I'm thanks. This is a great party," and just move on. The one thing I want you to remember is that there are liquid calories. So the fruit plate, or if you brought the bean dip that we made in class, that's 4 calories per gram. If you're having wine, beer, alcohol, it's 7 calories per gram. So you're going to get more calories in 1 gram of wine than you are in that crudité or any kind of bean dip or something like that. Step away from the food table. This is one that I have found folks found really, really helpful. So it's when you're standing at the table that it becomes a big problem. So walk away. Just walk away, grab, something, whatever you're going to have to eat, and then find a nice, cozy spot away from the table and just move over there. Also, you can just say to a friend of yours, "Oh, yeah, come on, let's go over here." And it's generally a much quieter spot. You can have a really good conversation. It also avoids second helpings because you're not next to the table, whether you can just go grab some more potato chips or whatever it is that's calling your name. And your friends actually may be looking for a way to avoid temptation themselves. So it's not a bad plan. Get your tasting bites and then move away. Oh, come on, honey, try it. You'll be fine. Okay, so your aunt always serves that very special dish or those dishes, right? I was with a number of Italian families who had, the 7 fish nights and all that other kind of stuff. So talk to someone beforehand and ask them to help you stay on track. Ask them to be your health partner. A lot of times that will change them from being this adversary who is constantly saying, "Oh, you have to eat more. Oh, did you have enough of this?" to being the person who says, "Oh, okay, I'm going to I'm going to make a bigger salad, or I will make something a little bit special for you. I'll make sure I put that to the side and I won't add all that other stuff to it." People really do want to help, and especially if it's a matriarch or patriarch of a family, generally you can get them on your side and they will actually tell someone else, "Hey, don't bug her, she's on a diet." Bring back that clean, fresh feeling after you eat. All right, so you went over to the table, you got your tasting bites, you have the next thing, you're really not hungry anymore. Go brush your teeth. Mint toothpaste does not taste good with mac and cheese, pie, or fried chicken. I just have to tell you from personal experience. And you can keep that clean feeling after you brush your teeth by taking water. And your dentist will totally approve of the fact that you're drinking water instead of something else that is sticking to your teeth and causing problems. All right, again, I apologize for the uh, font. Know when to walk away. That's what this says. When you are improving yourself, those around you can feel fear, or they can feel like there's something going on and that there's something wrong with themselves. And it's their issue. It's not your issue. It's their fear that they are transferring to you. And I say this only because I've had participants say, "Oh, I went to this event and I had these friends of mine say, oh, they made a comment about how the participant was thinking that they were better now that they were on a healthier diet." And that really wasn't coming from the participant. That was really coming from the fear of the people who are feeling like, "Oh, I'm not doing something." realize that sometimes you can just say, "Oh no, that's okay. I don't care what you eat. You eat what you eat. That's perfectly fine. I'm just choosing to eat something different." If someone's rhetoric is really beyond the pale, don't get into an argument. Just literally just walk away and realize that, and don't walk away in anger, walk away in love, realizing that they are working out their own issues, just like you're working out your issues. This doesn't need to be a time of anger. It can just be a time of, okay, well, we're just having a little discussion here, and I really love you, so I'm just going to let this go. Weigh yourself regularly. Weigh-ins we have found have been really helpful to prevent weight gain. Study shows that individuals who weigh themselves regularly are able to maintain or lose weight better than those who do not weigh themselves. One of the other things I forgot to put in here is everything you wear must have buttons and zippers. I am telling you, those are so important because when you wear buttons and zippers, you will know if you gain 5 pounds because all of a sudden it doesn't fit as well. And also, if you start losing weight, it's one of the things that makes you feel good if weight loss is an issue that, oh, I'm losing weight because this fits better than it used to. It's easy to take off a half a pound to 3 or 4 pounds. So if you, we have research that shows weighing yourself daily or weekly, whichever one works for you, people work differently, is the best way to do it. We don't recommend going any more than 1 week because weighing yourself for 2 weeks, you can gain 2 to 3 pounds and not really realize it. And now now it's really hard. Now you're trying to lose weight during the holiday season. A half a pound usually is you did something kind of goofy during the week and you can fix it. Okay, honor yourself with your own little victory dance. This is just to have a little fun. When you find yourself staring at your biggest temptation, chocolate, chips, whatever that is, take a breath, acknowledge that it's there, that you know that this chocolate pie or these chips or these cookies are your biggest downfall, and then turn and walk away from it, and then pat yourself on the back. We say do a happy dance only because we think that's kind of fun, but you can do your own little happy dance when you get home, and be proud of the fact that whatever it was, it just doesn't have the same power over you that it used to. Doesn't mean you're always going to win, but every time you do, you just great. And also think about how great you will feel if you don't eat that. A lot of times that will also just taking that minute and going, oh, I really do want those cookies. And then just thinking, wait, but you know what? Tomorrow morning I will feel really guilty that I ate those cookies. And I'm just not going to do that. I'm just not going to feel guilty. So I'm just not going to do it. And this is from our participants telling us that that's what they've done. And I'm really excited when someone says they have, they just thought about it and made a different choice. Generally, they feel really, really good the next day. Okay, so what did we discuss today? That we had a virtual class, and these are some top holiday tips. And we want you to maintain your weight through the season. If you lost, that's fabulous. But if you just maintain, that's terrific. You are a winner. Okay, so what we're going to be discussing when we come back is menu planning, especially bring in menus. People have asked us about going out to different restaurants. I don't know which restaurants you go to. So bring in those menus. If you can send them to us in advance, that would be great, so we could take a look at them and kind of have that more uh, on an agenda that we have an idea. Okay, so these are the 3 or 4 places that everybody was sending us menus from. This is what we want to talk about. Mary Wilson's going to be doing the cooking demo. Then after that, that's going to be Martin Luther King weekend, and we will have a virtual class because we won't be here on Monday. And if we're not here on Monday, we don't have the Wednesday class. We're going to be talking about behavioral chains, and we will be having soup and casserole recipes. I haven't got them all together yet, but people have asked me about soups, warmer foods. So I'm going to put together some of those to make sure that you have everything that you need. You're going to be getting your weekly questionnaire. You get one every other Thursday, so please get it done by that Sunday. You never know when we're going to be giving out prizes for people who, the people who have answered the most questionnaires. Plus, we really, really need that data. This is a study, and we really need the data. We want to make sure that you're doing okay or that we're fulfilling everything that you need in the study. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you so much for listening to this. Please do not forget to do the survey so that you get credit for doing this class. Have a wonderful holiday time. We will see you in the new year, and we are looking forward to having you reach all of the goals that you want to during this study and beyond.